Good morning from Simply Media and Diva Brown, the publisher. Today it's about Bernie Marcus, the co-founder of Home Depot. And he had a boycott because he said he supported Trump against Home Depot. And his comment was pretty straightforward. Are we living in China or Cuba? What is this? But he also went on to say, when the door was open for him to walk through it, and he got that attention, that Democrats these days aren't for business and aren't for entrepreneurs. Well, if you don't like entrepreneurs and you've got criticism of FANG, that's Facebook, Amazon, Apple, Netflix, and Google, who is good enough? Obviously nobody in the private sector, because Simply Media is in the private sector, and we can't possibly be as good as the FANG group. We, in fact, rely on them as our customers. We need them. We need them because over 1 million small companies rely on the Amazon people for Marketplace and Walmart. And there are more. There are more. So we need those big customers. They pay, they do what they say, and so forth. So we need them. So the problem with this is relatively new. A lot of millennials and Z generation people don't realize this. Bill Clinton was a Democrat, well thought of, everything else like that in his party, and he was a pro-business guy. Now, he had certain tax issues that he thought were important, and he discussed health care and things like that. But he was a pro-business guy, and I don't think of anybody that said he wasn't. There were Republicans that might have been more business-friendly, but certainly up to the year 2000, and that's not so long ago, the Democrats were that way. And then with Al Gore, they drifted, and with Obama, they went further, and now there are some serious anti-business people running. And that's one reason that Joe Biden is standing out, is if you want to be a Democrat and you want business to do okay, Biden's really your only choice now. Doesn't mean business should do okay. Doesn't mean business is right. It just means that's the way it is. And I had a famous comment from a banker friend of mine when I was talking about this. He said, well, I don't know any entrepreneurs who are Democrats because their rules and everything else hinder them. Now here's the point. Maybe they should. But you, when you're listening to this, should understand they do. And every rule needs to be addressed. Every regulation needs a form. Somebody can inspect you. All of these kind of things. Doesn't mean they shouldn't. Obviously, the FDA is a wonderful organization to protect all of us with food, and there are others like that. I mean, the IRS actually is one. We need to collect taxes, and they're good at it, and they just want the money if they are entitled to it, and they don't if they're not. Quite commendable. So that's what you should think about when you're thinking about what you're going to do. Think of Bernie Marcus. And I love to say about him is I've got a place in northern New Hampshire, and without them, nobody would be installing our stuff. Well, who's installing it? Small business people. They are doing the trucking and the assembly, and they rely on Home Depot, who they know will pay them to the penny and pay them on time. Just like we rely on the FANG Group and Walmart and people like that. So do remember how important these big companies are to little guys like us and others. Thank you from Simply. And again, think about it. Don't think you should be for business, but if you think business is important, you should think twice. Thank you.